She thought her best friend was living the dream, a rich husband, luxury cars, and a perfect home. Until envy pushed her to take her place. And she discovered too late the dark secret her friend had been hiding all along. Sara and Sophia grew up the way only true childhood friends do, sharing one life between two bodies. They lived in the same noisy compound in Ikorodu, Lagos, running barefoot between buckets of water, plaiting each other's hair on Saturday mornings. Sara was calm, gentle, patient, the kind of girl who thought before she spoke. Sophia was fire-loud, dramatic, and filled with dreams bigger than the street they grew up on. She wanted more, always more. But no matter how different they were, they moved like sisters. If you saw Sophia, Sara wasn't far behind. If Sara cried, Sophia fought for her. If Sophia failed a test, Sara stayed up all night helping her study. Their mothers would smile and say, these two were born in different houses, but raised by one heart. Growing up didn't change that. Under the hum of a ceiling fan at night, they whispered their dreams. Sara wanted a simple life, a small business, peace, and a man who loved her sincerely. Sophia wanted everything: big mansions, expensive cars, a rich husband, and trips abroad. Still, they held on to each other. By their final year in university, Sara had started catering small events to support herself. That was how she met David, handsome, well-dressed, calm, and confident. He complimented her food, then her smile, then her kindness. Before Sara could understand what was happening, she was falling in love. David was everything she prayed for: respectful, generous, focused. He brought her lunch unexpectedly, helped her carry trays, waited after class so she wouldn't walk home alone. When Sara introduced him to Sophia, she hugged her tightly. Finally, our Sara has found love. And in those early days, Sophia meant it. But when David proposed months after her graduation, something changed. A small pinch in Sophia's chest, a quiet whisper she didn't want to name. The proposal was perfect: candlelight in Victoria Island, roses across the table, a silver ring sparkling under soft lights. Their wedding became the talk of Lagos. Elegant, classy, overflowing with love. People whispered, Sara has entered enjoyment. Sophia stood beside her as maid of honor, smiling brightly for pictures while something tightened deep inside her chest. After the wedding, Sara moved into David's Lekki mansion: white walls, polished floors, luxury cars lined up like trophies. When Sophia visited for the first time, she was stunned. This was the life she had always imagined for herself. Sara welcomed her warmly, showing her everything: the living room, the kitchen, the walk-in closet filled with lace, gold jewelry, and perfumes from abroad. Inside Sophia, admiration quietly turned bitter. This should have been my life, but she swallowed it and hugged her friend, because at that point, her envy was still small, still pretending to be admiration. What Sophia didn't know was that Sara's marriage was already breaking. It started with late nights, then unanswered calls, then silence. Sara waited alone with cold food and anxious eyes. When David came home, he was angry, unpredictable, and slowly, fear replaced love. Each time it happened, he apologized. Each time, he bought gifts. And each time, Sara forgave, trapped by shame and silence. She learned to hide bruises with makeup, pain with smiles, fear with social media posts. Everyone believed her life was perfect, especially Sophia. Each visit fed Sophia's envy: the mansion, the money, the lifestyle. She compared it to her own struggles and whispered to herself, if I had a man like David, I would never complain. Admiration became desire. Desire became fantasy. Fantasy became bitterness. She convinced herself Sara didn't deserve that life. And one night, Sophia crossed a line she could never uncross. She visited an herbalist. I want David, she said. I want him to leave his wife and love only me. The old man warned her, if I do this, you must never leave him, no matter what. But envy spoke louder than wisdom. I accept. The charm was cast, and everything changed. David became cold toward Sara, then cruel, then distant. One morning, without explanation, he sent her away. Sara left broken but free. Sophia waited for love. What she received was a prison. David married her quickly, but the marriage carried no warmth, only fear. No apologies, no gifts, just control. And then Sophia understood. She had not stolen Sara's blessing. She had stolen her suffering. Desperate, she ran back to the herbalist. It can't be undone, he said softly. Bound by her own jealousy, Sophia returned to the mansion not as a queen, but as a captive. Meanwhile, Sara rebuilt her life quietly. Small room, hard work, peace. When Sophia finally knelt before her, broken and ashamed, Sara listened. I forgive you, Sara said gently, but we can never be friends again. And with that, she closed the door, choosing peace over pain. Sophia returned to the life she once envied, trapped in it. And somewhere in Lagos, Sara healed, a living reminder that peace is the true luxury, and jealousy always demands payment. If this story touched your heart, take a moment to reflect. How many times have we admired someone's life without knowing what they endure behind closed doors? Not every smile is happiness. Not every luxury is peace. And not every perfect couple is truly in love. Thank you so much, faves, for every like, comment, and share. To my returning viewers, thank you for standing with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please click the link in my bio and join the family on YouTube. I'll see you in my next story. Until then, I remain Tales by Boletito. Enjoy, and bye for now.